Welcome to the webinar. Welcome to SignNow webinar. My name is Dmitro Kodimo. I am a part of the solutions team, and today we will speak about SignNow, which is logical. So please, my first ask would be if you have any questions while I will walk you through SignNow app, please submit your questions. Either keep them till the end, or please submit them in chat, and then I will be able to answer them at the second part of our meeting. So the agenda would be, we will speak about, the first part will be dedicated to SignNow demo. We will speak about sending documents for signature, creating templates, workflows, organization controls, admin settings. We will walk through that. And the second part will be dedicated to integrations and how we connect them, which integrations we support. And the last third part will be dedicated to questions and answers that you may have. Okay, so let me move on to SignNow. I'm opening it in a second. And I am sharing, so I can open it here as well. So we are now going to the web app. So I'll just go to signnow.com and I click login, and my credentials already here. So now you can see the main dashboard, which is available for any user. And on this dashboard, let's just review what we have here. This is the main part where we have the documents that were either completed or sent for signature. Here we have the like account settings, contacts of this account, some other settings that we can apply. In this part, you may add your organization here, create organization, and we will speak about the organizational settings a bit later. But just to confirm here, you can switch between your personal account and organizational account, where you can apply some settings. In this part, what you can see is divided between this panel is dedicated to the separate folders, like for documents, as I just mentioned. Then we have an archive, templates, trash folder, and here we have team folders. So in addition to my personal documents that I have here, we may have the team folders where we can work together on some templates or share the templates with each other. So this is happening here. For each main folder, like documents or templates, I can create also the folders, the dedicated folders for different type of documents. This way I can organize my my account here. The same as with templates. I can add templates and create folders for templates where I can keep them. And as you noticed, I have just used the words documents, templates, and if we click on the main button, like a create, so when we create and you prepare a new document for a signature or a template, we have two main terms, documents and templates. And let's define the difference. If we want to send one document, one unique document for signature, we add this document, like create document, and upload it from our desktop, or we can use a form library or other sources, cloud storage that you have. So you can upload this. So in this case, when you prepare the document, you send it once and you expect it to be a unique copy of the document. You do not expect it to use it multiple times. But in case if you want to create a template of the same document and you expect it to be signed by multiple users, like creating multiple unique copies of the same document, in this case, we create a template. So we upload the document and we build a template based on that. Once you send the document based on the template, you will see this document in a document section. So you will see it as a unique copy of the template that you have in your workspace. And it's easy to convert document to the template. I will show you in a bit. So let's add some document together. Let's go here to the create. I will create a template together with you, and I will go to the upload. And here I can upload either a PDF or I can upload the docx file, which will be converted to the PDF, and we will prepare it for signature. Let me select which document, which template I have now available so we can use it. Okay, I had some document here that we can use for our demo purposes. Second, it can be here. So let it be a docx file that I'm adding right now. So it's uploaded, and once it's uploaded, we can see here, this is just dummy docx file that I added, and I have here the text, and I have here the fields, which is now, we don't have fields now here, but the first step, what we are doing, we can add recipients, we can define how many recipients, how many signers will be for this document. So in this case, let it be, I expect to have two signers. First of them will be employee, and the second one will be, for example, HR representative. So I'm going here to manage recipients, and I can add two recipients right now here. So the first one will be employee, and the second one will be HR representative. And it can be that for HR representative, I have a stable, like predefined email address all the time. And for employee, I will define the email address each time before I send it for signature. So I can save and continue. What next steps should be? I should add the fillable fields. So we have a bunch of fields that we can use here. Let's see, we have two options, which probably only one of them should be selected. So this should be the radio button field. I just can add it here, and you see I have two options. I can name it here. So this naming may be useful if we expect the information to be pre-filled from some integration CRM source, or for example, if you have the CSV file that you want to use as a source for the information that you want to pre-fill to the document. So in this case, it may be useful to name the fields specifically, because otherwise we will have multiple fields with the names, like general names, radio button 1, radio button 2, text 1, text field 1, text field 2. It's useful to define the names. So this may be a good culture. So for example, disclosure options. And here we may have two options, like option 1, option 2. And here we can add some text fields. So we put it here. And while we are adding, we can define to whom this specific field will be assigned. We can define the font of the text. All this is easily customizable here. We define if this field is required or not. We can add some validation. If, for example, we just add a text field, but we expect it to be a phone number, US phone number, or for example, currency, or some other types of available validation, you can check here. These may be useful to avoid some mistakes that the signers may have. In this case, it's just some option, like some text. Text 1, I can add a couple, some text 2, so we do not spend time. Okay, so I added 2 fields here, and I assigned them. Actually, I added the radio button and 2 fields, and now I'm adding the field where the employee will type their name. And where they will type their title. And again, the signature, employee signature. This can be like this, and sign date. If we want this date to be the date of completion, we can check this box. In this case, this will be the date when actually the document was signed. And another important thing that may be useful is, for example, in this document, we don't have multiple fields where the same value should be entered. For example, the employee name. And let me make it required, by the way, all these fields. Signature, okay. But let's imagine we need to have the employee name mentioned on the top of the first page as well. So I can add it here as employee name. And even though here I should use the different name, you can see if I try to use the same name, it will give me the error message telling me that I already have the employee name field on the document. So in this case, I just need to define like name 1, 2, so some difference. But in additional settings, we have the label, and this label allows to and if we name this, apply the same label to multiple fields, the system will allow to prefill the same value to multiple fields. So again, so this may be employee name. And I will use the same name for this field in additional settings. So what it will allow to do, once the name is added here, the same name will appear in this field. So there is no need to enter the same value multiple times around the document. This may be useful. Okay, so now we need to add fields for the HR representative. In this case, we just add the, for example, signature and the drop down where we can just add the HR decision, and we can add options approved or declined. Okay, and the signature. So they need to sign after the approval. Okay, so we finished adding the fields to the document. So let's make this, it's already required. We can click save and close, or we can click continue, whatever. If we are ready to proceed right away with this template, sending it to the steps, so then we can just actually click continue. And what we have here, this part dedicated to defining their signer experience. So what we can do, we can add here the email address now of the unique employee. So in this case, I will type the email address manually each time. And here we will have the email address that we predefined previously. And here are also, can be some other interesting use case that may be useful for you. You can see here this option, recipients receive document in order. And you can see here it's switched on. And when it's switched on, we have here options 1, 2. If we switch it off, then we will not have that option. It means that if it's switched off, the same document will be sent simultaneously to both recipients. If we switch it on, then we have this order. And actually, if we would have more recipients added to the previous document, in this case, we would be able to define our workflow. We would be free to define our workflow. So for example, we would be able to have first 2 steps or recipients to receive the documents simultaneously. Then we will place here 1, 1. But let's imagine we would have the third option, the third step here. We could place number 2 for the third step. And in this case, after first 2 signers sign the document will be sent to the third signer. So this what can be configured here. The same way, by the way, in these settings, if we would have multiple documents in the same template. So we in this example, we have one document with 2 pages. But let's imagine we can also add multiple documents to the same template. And in this case, we can make the process even more interesting. We would be able to show, for example, document number 1 only to the employee, but the 2 documents we would be able to show to the second signer. So they would review 2 documents, or they would review only the second document. So again, you may be free to define your flow depending on your needs. And here you can define the message that you want to send. You can also define if you want to use authentication, if you want to send reminders, if you want to allow them forwarding it to someone else, for example, if they are the wrong person who received this invitation. So in this case, they would be able to type the email address of the correct recipient whom they expect to sign the document. So you can see these options here. Or in case if the first recipient is actually the person who usually starts the template, in this case, it may be pre-selected here as I am the recipient. So in this case, once you click, if this option is selected, once you click send invite to first recipient, you would open the document right away. There is no need to go to your email address and configure it there. Usually users are asking about CC recipients, so this functionality is available here. So you can define whom you want to keep notified about the fact that the document is sent, that the document is signed. They will receive each time the notifications about the documents move from step to step. And on actions and completion, here you define whom you want to receive the completed copy of the completed copy of the document. So you can see here what they can receive. Either if you ask them to attach, so there is a possibility also to request some attachment from recipients, from signers. So in this case, if we want each of them, all parties, this includes CC recipients, to receive the copy and attachment, or just a document, or just those who signed, or you don't want to send any copy as a result of the signature. And redirect after completion means that you may be interested, once they sign the document and click complete, you may be interested to forward them to your web page, to some page with additional information that might be useful for them. You can enable this option here. In this case, they will not see the general thank you page, but they will be forwarded to that page that you define here in this section. So once we are done with the setup. We just click send invite to first recipient. And let's see what is happening here. So in the templates, we have this document here, last updated just now. Here it is. Here is a template. We can rename it if needed. We can go to documents, by the way, and we would be able to see that specific copy that we sent. So this is here it is. And we can see whom it was sent to. So actually it was sent to my email address +2, and this is to my email address +1. So we can check here who are the recipients. What we can do, we can send reminder if we see that the document is not signed yet. We can also change recipient. So if it happens that we identified that this is the wrong recipient, we can replace it. So we can manipulate with that specific document here in a document section, or we can go to the templates and click on templates. And again, if we need to send it again, we open it, we click continue, we define a new recipient, we type a new email address of the first employee step, and we send it again. But if we want to see invites, we click view invites, and here we can see the documents that were sent for this template. So all documents will be here. You can also collect data from the completed documents. You can see here that you can see what were the results, and you can export this value as a CSV file. This may be also useful if you need to integrate this information to your system, for example. What else may be useful here? This is a create invite link. If you remember, we left the first step empty. So when we added the recipients, we kept the first email address empty for the employee. So in this case, you can create invite link as well. So what will mean this invite link? It will mean that there will be possibility to share that link, place it somewhere, or actually get a QR code based on that link, place it somewhere, and in this case, your potential recipients whom you expect to sign it, they would be able to trigger the process on their own. So there will be no need for someone to trigger the process manually from SignNow, but they scan the QR code or click that link, and they would be able to start the process as a step number one. So they will be the employee. They will get the access to the document, and the fields that are assigned for the employee will be available for them. And once they complete, actually, this will be sent to the HR representative then. So you can enable this use case here with the help of invite link. That might also be interesting for you. Let's go to my email box. And here I received two emails for now. I received the email that the document was sent. The first is a document that invites me to. You were invited to review and sign. But also I received as an admin, or as that person who actually built this template, I received the email that actually I invited someone to sign the document. And here actually I click view document. And let's see, here I expect to type some name. Let me type my name. Here I click next. Here I can select one of the options. Here, these, they are grayed out because they are optional, but I just can some text, add some text here. If I want, I can skip as it's optional. And if I click on employee name, you can see that my name that I entered here is grabbed here as well. So I can sign. There are ways how you can define what type of signature you would like to use. And let's imagine, I type my title, solutions engineer, and I just click finish. This is a general thank you page. Again, I could set up forwarding me to the website where we expect the client just to get some more details if needed. Okay, I go back to my email and I receive another email here again, as I used my email +1, and this is like my HR representative step. But before I click here, just to confirm again, I can refresh in SignNow and I can see what happened with the document. So at any point, I can see now that the document was completed by recipient number 1, and it's now sent to the recipient number 2. And you can even see here, invite email viewed just now. So the system may recognize if the person opened the document, the invite was viewed. So these can be seen from your side, just not to be sure what is happening. The same you can see here. So in the documents folder or in the templates, view invites. Both works. And now I can click view document, start filling, and now I have access to my fields that I added here. Approved. And again, I can sign and finish. Okay, again, this thank you page could be the redirect page of your choice. Once everyone signs, in my case, everyone receives the copy. So I receive the copy as +1, and I should receive a copy as +2. So I should receive 2 copies, in fact, of the completed document. We can go back here, we can refresh, and we can see that it was fully completed just now. From here, I can download it, the copy, or export to cloud storage, email a copy. So everything there is. I can review the history, and I can grab the document with the history as well. So I can download the document with the history. Let me show you how it will look like. So if I want, it can be configured automatically, so you get the document with the history. But the history looks like this. So everything, who did what with document, everything is available here, is tracked. So this may be additional, depending on your compliance requirements, you can make it work like this. So this is the basics about working with documents. I hope we covered the basic things about that. Let's now speak about the need, for example, to work on the same template with someone. So what we can do in this case. We can then share the access to the template, and we can view if the person can send the same documents. We can make it here individually. We can add other users, SignNow users whom you expect to be able to view the template or send the document based on that template. So this is a possibility we can do. Or you can add them also to the team. So you can create a team, and here in a team, you can add users to the team. And there are 2 roles: admins, who can actually manage folders, view personal documents, view the documents that were sent. So this is a possibility here, or just be a member, can share documents, templates, invite new team members. So these are the difference here. And actually, each time you add new integration that we support, those users who has access to that integration, they are automatically added to their dedicated integration team here. Let's speak about the organization settings. If we go to the manage organizations and we open the organization, what it means, what we can do here. Here we can define some branding stuff. So we can add organization name, add some logo, define the email address, what will be used, define the email address that can be used for sending emails. So you can send the email not from SignNow, but from the email of your choice. When you add users to your organization, what it means? It means that the settings that you define in this section will apply to all the members of your organization automatically. So let's imagine if you want to enable, so for example, enable qualified electronic signature. If you want to forward them to use SSO when they log into to SignNow. So once you add them to the organization, these settings will apply for all members of the organization. And when you add them to the organization, you can define their role here. What member, moderator, admin. And the difference is in the level of access to the settings of the organization. Just a member just will comply with that settings that you apply. Admin, moderator will have different levels of access to apply some different settings for all members of the organization. And if we go to compliance settings, so in workflow settings, you will see the full list of different settings that you can apply. We also made it easy to apply like a group setting. So for example, if you want your organization to be compliant with a HIPAA compliance, you go here, you manage, you define, enable or disable it for your organization. And if you enable it for your organization, then all the settings that you see here will be switched on or off, depending on what actually HIPAA compliance requires. So they will apply here automatically. Another section here is a cloud storage. If you want all documents that were like generated for your organization to be stored automatically on the OneDrive for your organization and other cloud storages, you can connect them here. This is where you can apply all these data settings. What else may be useful? Let me go to the document section back. Let's speak about the integrations now. So if we go to the settings, let me go to the settings, my account. Here in this part, we can set up the setting if we want all the documents from from my account to be automatically like saved to the cloud storage or not. So in this case, if it's enabled, connected and enabled, all documents will be auto-exported, as you can see here. And I can also define if I want the copies of the documents to be stored in SignNow or not. So this is on your choice. You can set it up in the cloud storage, my account cloud storage. But if we go to integrations, here we will see the list of integrations that we support. If you have requests about supporting other types of CRM systems, you may request them with our support team right away. So at any page, you may see here that chat box and live chat will help you with any technical subscription options that you may have, questions that you may have. Let's speak a bit about the integrations. We can go to the support portal. So this is a list that you can review, and what main use case actually, what our team who works on implementing these integrations keep in mind when they work on them, what they want to achieve. They want to allow users to be able to start the process from that integration, click the button, or being integrated in the CRM flow. So for example, if the status of the document change in Salesforce or NetSuite or something like that, Dynamics, then the document may be sent automatically to the signers. What else maybe they are thinking about? They think about possibility to use the templates that were added to the team, the template of the document, and with the fillable fields pre-configured, and these fillable fields to be pre-filled with the information from that system. So we don't want the users to add manually the information from Salesforce or other integration records, but to pre-fill the employee name, pre-fill all other details, address, title, everything that is needed for the document, and then in fact send it to the email address of the account of the record in Salesforce, NetSuite, or something like that. So just click one button and smoothly send the document to the recipient. And once it's completed, please remember there may be more than one recipient, right? There might be the whole flow, the first step, second step, as we discussed it when we configured the template. We can have the document attached back to the record. So for example, to Salesforce, we started from the contact in Salesforce. Once it's completed, we want the document to be attached to that contact where we started from. So this is possible if you use CRM systems, of course. What about Office tools integrations? If you are working on the document in Google Docs, Microsoft Excel, you see the full list here. What you can do once you install that integration as a plugin, you work on the document and you want that document not to make steps of saving it first to your drive, then go into the web app, and then uploading the document as we just did it with the template. But we want to work on that right away. We can click the plugin button that we installed previously. Everywhere you can see the installation stuff here. You want that document to be ready to get prepared for signature. So you can add, not exiting Word, you can prepare this document for signature. You can add signature field, those fields that we added, define who is the recipient, click send, and it will be sent automatically. and the document will appear in your account. So as each plugin will be connected to your account, the document will appear here as it was sent or waiting for signature. And when it's sent, it will be highlighted here as signed, and you can download it or do whatever you want to do with this document here. So this is possible with that type of plugin integration. And of course, there was also, if we go back, there was also the integrations again for storage. Google Drive, SharePoint, where you can grab the document. Another use case is, for example, when you don't want to use a template, but you have some document attached to the contact, to the or to other object record, and you just want to click the button to select the document that you want to send for signature. So again, you grab it, you are asked to configure it, add the fields, and then send it to the signers for signature and get it back here in your documents section once it's done, and maybe stored back in that SharePoint Procore where you actually started the process from. Let me think what may be also useful when you work on templates. That might be useful to use the tags also, so you can build the templates of the documents with the tags that may be converted to the fillable fields. So it means that you can prepare the document with the tags that actually you can see here in that example. Here, I just entered the support portal, by the way, by clicking the question mark, and I search for the tags section, all articles dedicated to tags, and you can see here. So you can add this type of tag to the document, and it will be actually predefined automatically. The signer, and also may be changed to the fillable fields. To the fillable fields. So for example, in this article, it may show. So here it is as a tag, and here it's converted automatically to fillable fields. So this may save time for and effort of your senders if you have multiple members of your team to send it to your recipients. Okay, so I think that these are all parts of what I wanted to show during this demo. Let me see if we have any questions. I don't have questions. Do someone have any questions regarding what I just showed? Okay, yes, please, go ahead. Leslie. Oh, I need to allow to talk. I'm sorry, I'm new to this. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, now you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I'm a relatively new user of this program, and I send contracts, the same exact contract, to each of my clients. I set it up as templates, and then I've been creating an invite link to send to each client as I sign them on. What I'm finding though is that there's no way for me to track, like, let's just say I sent this contract to ABC company. I can't tell I can't tell if ABC's company is signing off on it, because I think it's because I'm just sending them a link. Like all my contracts that are signed look exactly the same.
Okay, so yeah, in an invite, when we use an invite link, it's not shown till actually it's open. Let me see. Okay, here is a template that we have. Here is a template that we just added. And if we go and enter create invite link, allow recipient, okay, no, copy, redirect information, okay, and if we open copy link, and if we enter that, let me try to open, we will see, I opened it now in the incognito mode of my browser. Let's see how it looks. So if we go back to the documents, you mean that you cannot see that who actually signs it, right?
Right,
So
yep,
this
they
is
all
just
say, yep, and I send
ga-
these contracts out to like 10 people a day, so, um,
okay, I got it. And there is no case that you can send them, you want to send them without the invite link, because you probably use um, your own system for sending that contracts. You don't want to send them the invite through the SignNow, right?
that's typically what I've done, yes, because I include all the things I need them to do to sign on, with the company.
And where would you like to identify those contracts? In the name somehow that this is someone who signs it, or you want to see it here in this in the recipient? How you would like to identify who actually signed that? Just for
What
me
would
to
be
understand.
what would be great is if the name stayed the same, but it said in front of that like ABC company. Just
Okay, here you would love to have the difference here, right? When it's actually
right.
signed. Okay, let me
And just so you know,
see.
I do have it all connected with my Dropbox field. And so in my Dropbox signed contracts, I just have, like 100 that all look exactly the same. So.
Now I got the idea about that. Let me think 1 second. Let me check about the name of the document. 1 second.
Mhm.
If we go here, we have the document, and let's click continue here. Don't we have the possibility to new document name? And this a new document name the new can be edited without original then, and this we cannot edit document copy. There is a problem creating code. Okay, good. Change actions on complete email. Okay. And if we can apply, okay, if we can no notification, this is not what we expect by authentication. We want to have here, and we cannot use the tags, right? Oh, there is no possibility to use tags. Okay, this is a good way to have this feedback. I'm making a note about that so we can improve this behavior, adding some part. For example, you may have some field in the document with a name or something like that, and then you would be able to use that name, that value of the field as a part of the name. So that was very valuable feedback. Thank you.
Thank you.
We
Another
will,
I Another
yes, please.
idea is exactly where you are right now. I don't mind putting in, their email address. But what would be great is if I could have that in, where you are up top with the invite, like enter email. It'd be great if I could have that as a link that I can copy and paste into my checklist that I'm sending them through my different system. Kind of like
Okay.
exactly how I've been doing it with invite link. Is that what it's called? Invite link.
Yeah, invite link.
Yeah, create invite link. So that's what I've been doing. So if I could have a link that has their name attached to it, then I think that would fix everything because then I could see easily where it says, guest signer, whatever. I could say their information.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
So you could type the email address still here, but also have an invite link that you can use for your system that you use for sending, right?
Exactly. Yep.
And the question you are using, it's more comfortable for you. Haven't you used the possibility to send it from some specific email address, or you don't want to use sign now, send invite, you want to use your system, right? As far as I understand, just for me to confirm.
Yes, yes. Just
Okay,
because I have several things for them to do other than these contracts, I like
that
to send it as one email so they have everything all together.
that makes sense. Okay, so then let's do the following. I will forward that to the team, and please also feel free to request, like to get the update using the chat. So you can probably tomorrow get a ticket where you can be updated about what is happening with that request. So I'll share it right away after we finish webinar, but please stay in touch with the team that they can update you. Okay?
Sounds great. Thank
And
you.
this will make them more motivated to implement the feature that you are just discussed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have any other questions? Anyone? Okay. If there are no any more questions, so at the very end, I would like to invite everyone to address any questions that appear later, as I just forwarded you to the support team here. If you have technical questions, feel free. This is a live chat, not the bot. You may ask and communicate with the real person. And if you have any suggestions, any ideas about the system improvement, I can confirm with that the main message of the executives of the company is to make your experience with our products as much user-friendly as possible. So please feel free to share your thoughts and ideas, and I hope that we will make it work for you. I wish you all the best. Thank you for joining our webinar, and if something appears, let us know. Have a nice continuation of your day then. Good luck. Thank you.